Hey, what's good people, man? Platinum Bearded Dread. What's the year? Year 2021, 26th of August. Still in the midst of this whole crazy, mad pandemic. I'm guessing that's thrown up a lot of things with different people, but for me, I reflect on the whole thing and how it's affected me personally. And I think it hasn't changed much, but what has changed is what I think is most important. Because if you think about it for a second, we've lost a lot of people, yeah, whether it be directly or indirectly related to the whole, virus thing. And but either way, we've lost a lot of people, and we're going to lose a lot more than we ordinarily would have. People die every day, we know this, but the way things are going and the way doctors are saying what they're saying and the virologists are saying what they're saying, whether this be man-made or not, or whether this be by design or not, we're going to lose a lot of people. And when I reflect on that, plus the fact that a lot of people have, lost their businesses and, their livelihoods and all that kind of stuff, it's kind of, I don't know, I've come out of this, even though we're still in the middle of it, with two major thoughts that, for me, are the most important. And the first one is memories, creating memories. Because, like I said, because we're losing so many people, for me, it's bringing home the reality that we really don't know, well, we never did, but we really don't know whether we're gonna take in this last breath, let alone see tomorrow, you know what I mean? And when you really reflect on that, the idea that the moment is really fragile, man. The truth is, it always has been. But with the way the world is right now, it's almost like death it almost feels like it's come even closer, especially when you look at the people that you might know, family or close friends that passed away. And now more than ever. So for me, memories, man, have become really, really important. They always were, to be honest with you. That's one of the reasons why I love going on holidays. Making sure that I do something that is part of my catalogue of fond memories. But it can be anything really, but just making sure that you spending time with loved ones, people that make you feel happy and good and joyful, and making that a priority, because not only because you can't get time back, but because it's almost like it's nourishing for the soul and for the whole overall general health, and it's the kind of thing that money really can't buy, regardless of whether you're going on holiday or if you're just kicking a football with your son or your daughter or whatever you're doing, but just creating happy memories so that, that your lifespan weren't just full of doom and gloom and work and, all those kind of mundane things. So for me, one of the things that have become important to me is creating happy memories. Making sure that if I can, I'll go on holiday, or if I can, take a day trip, or doing whatever I have to do to ensure that there's a balance in terms of things that make me smile and things that don't. Because we already know that there's ample stuff on the news, on the media, not that I watch it, to give you a reason to be full of gloom. And ultimately, the media, as we know, is all propaganda anyway, so you don't really know what you can trust and what you can't. But their whole agenda is to fill people full of fear, so that you can't think straight, your health is compromised, because you're totally in a state of fear and suspense. And that can only be a downhill road from there. So the first thing that I've really thought about, and I think we should all think about, is creating happy memories, whatever happy is for you. It doesn't have to be expensive, but just creating happy memories. And the other thing that really came through for me was the idea of, well, first of all, I never felt I wanted to be vulnerable again in regards to, all these lockdowns, and all of a sudden, you're out of work, or it really showed how dependent people are on a system, or on a government, or whatever, and all of a sudden their livelihood was compromised or threatened or completely eliminated, if you like. So what it really taught me was the importance of trying to find what they call a quote-unquote hustle, a side hustle, something that you can earn from your own sweat, if you like, whereby you don't have to answer to someone or be in fear of not doing something in a certain way and then you lose your job. And I know that going down that route is nervy, man, because you always hear about a business folding within the first 5 years and all of that. But ultimately, a 9-to-5 job has become way less secure than it's ever been, and really truly wasn't ever really that secure, when someone else can be in control of whether you have the job is still there for you for tomorrow, especially when you've got family and stuff. So the idea of just finding your own hustle, finding something that you're inspired to do, where you work for yourself, even if you're earning pennies, at least they're yours, man. And at least you can not only work as hard or not as you choose, but also you can earn as much as you choose by how much work you put in, how many hours you put in, and you're not like enslaved to a system which says that you have to work a certain amount of hours to earn a limited amount of money. No, you can turn it on its head and you can decide, I'm going to work for the night if I want, or I'm going to such as, you know what I mean? As well as have other side hustles at the same time, because I can make time work for me rather than the other way around, you know what I mean? And there's no limit to how many different jobs you might have at once, because not only because they're subject to the time you put in, but also because it's as much as you can do in terms of energetically, how much energy you have to do it, and you enjoy it. If you're enjoying it, then therefore you want to seem like work, but it's something that you enjoy. But it's so important, man, because nowadays, when you think about how many years we lose working with someone else and making someone else wealthy, only to be told that they're letting us go at any moment, or only to be told they're letting us go because we're too old, and to be replaced by a machine or by someone younger. And when you finally do leave that job, or you're too old to work, you're too old to even enjoy the money you made, the little money you made. No, man, I can't do that, man. So I don't know, it's definitely made me reflect on what's really most important and what isn't. And for many people, maybe this whole climate of, the COVID climate, the whole lockdown climate, maybe spiritually it's serving and has served the purpose for those who are willing to look deep into it. Because ultimately nothing happens by accident, and even those who have nefarious or wicked, evil, motives, there's also a greater power in control of things, allowing them to think they're in control, but they themselves are being used for a higher purpose. And it's for us to see where we can go deeper and develop ourselves spiritually and get closer to the Creator within all the madness. And like I said, for me, the two main things are creating happy memories and finding a way to earn for yourself, do for self. Bring it back to how it was before. This whole notion of a government in control of your earnings, that's a new thing, man. People have always worked for themselves. Go to other parts of the world, even if there's no money, they'll find something to sell on a stall, you know what I mean? So this whole notion of being dependent on a system whereby if you don't do it such and such a way, you're not there for a certain amount of hours and you lose your job, that's new, man. So we've already had that in us to provide for our families and work for self, or do for self, as they say. And I think that that's something that really, really is worth looking into, because of the climate that we're living in, going forward, not just for tomorrow or for a couple of days, but going forward. Anyway, man, what's your thoughts, man? What has this post, it's not been post, because we're still in the middle of it, whole lockdown madness thrown up for you? Platinum Village Red. Tails putting the bench them. Yeah, man.